So before I begin, let me just say, okay, I will be using the word white people and I will be using the word Jewish people, okay? I don't want you to take offense because I know that those are sensitive terms nowadays, all right? I'm talking about a select group of people. I don't mean all white people and I don't mean all Jewish people. I just want to put that out there. Having said that, oh, what a time to be alive, people. Aren't you excited to be alive? You have to be, because I didn't think I'd live to see when anti-black diversity hire Coondace Owens would turn around and bite the hand that fed her. Oh, it's delicious. It is amazing. I want us all, come on, let's just call a spade a spade. She definitely is a diversity hire, okay? If you look at the Daily Wire, she offers nothing of value. But here's the thing. Here's the evil part. Ben Shapiro, what they thought they could do was utilize the angry black woman attitude that Candace brings to the table and weaponize that for their own political gain, which, mind you, they did fairly successfully. I'm not going to lie. They did that fairly successfully, okay? But at the end of the day, a dog is a dog, okay? A snake is a snake. A scorpion still has a stinger, no matter how you look at it. So sure enough, that venom, that vitriol that they did not have a problem with her spewing and disseminating within the black community and against the black community day after day, time after time, now that venom is being targeted at Israel. And they don't like that. That is a no-no. Candace Owens is nothing more than really a political, let's say, escort, okay? We'll be nice with the words. That's all she is. She's a political escort that has been funded by Jewish and white people's money. That's what she is in a nutshell. She's nothing more than an OnlyFans girl who keeps her clothes on camera. I won't go into that. I won't divulge that. But I want you to understand, that's all she is. Let's think about it, okay? We go from TPUSA. We then go to Dennis Prager, and now we're at Daily Wire. She's running out of Jewish people to go to, okay? If you think Charlie Kirk is more Jewish than probably Ben Shapiro, all right? The way he advocates for Israel is greater than I've ever seen anyone, okay? It's more than, I don't know, how Lizzo advocates for chocolate.
And that's what people have to realize, that America's just a placeholder for timeless ideas. Israel will be the exception because there is a holy connection to this land.
It's crazy, mind you, absolutely crazy. So I find it hilarious that the Jewish and white conservative money that brought her to this position of fame, okay, she is now turning around and biting their hand, and it's an amazing thing to see. It's really great, and I have to break this down to you, okay? We got to get into it. One of the things that Coondace Owens has done, and genius, mind you, I will say it's absolutely genius, is that Coondace Owens has managed to weaponize questions. That's what she's managed to do. Because you have to think about it. In the game of politics, it's a game and it's also a business. You have the hardcore Democrat and the hardcore Republican. Now you have people who lean right and lean left, which gives them a little more maneuverability to say, hey, I'm nonpartisan. This is how I think. But in her regards, she is vapid. Okay, I know this firsthand. I've spoken to Candace on numerous occasions. I've seen Charlie Kirk give her a script and say, hey, this is what you say to that. And Candace say, what happens if someone says this? And he tells her what to say. Candace Owens, they created her, okay? Now, mind you, she's come out and said some wild stuff. She's talked about, hey, what makes Jewish people so special?
Can you answer why Jews are so special? Because as white people in this country on university campuses, we are being taught that we are not allowed to have a voice. We have had to endure exactly what you're talking about, BLM.
Now, the beautiful thing is the question, right? It goes back to ignorance. She has managed to weaponize her ignorance, because even if you're, leaning right or leaning left, you can tell by how they ask the question and by what they are asking. So if we take into account Coondace Owens, right, and her asking what makes the Jewish people so special, chances are she's probably leaning towards more pro-Palestine. That would be anyone with an IQ above room temperature's guess, right? Then we get into her tweet, which talks about, hey, how the government should not be allowed to genocide people. Now, you can argue, well, she didn't say which government, but if we take into the context of what's going on right now, if we had to argue which she was probably, which side she was on, most people with an IQ above room temperature would say Palestine. She's probably rooting for Palestine because that's the narrative that's going around that, hey, Israel is genociding Palestinian people. I don't care whether you believe it or not. That's not the point. Follow me here. Follow me. Now, then we get to my favorite, which is the comment of Nikki Haley. It's delicioso. She then talks about how essentially Nikki Haley is funded by foreign actors. Thus, she has nominated her to be the president of Israel. Oh my God.
Is Nikki Haley with enough money from foreign interest lobbies? So there it is, guys. I'm endorsing Nikki Haley, president of Israel.
Oh, it is. that is a spicy meatball, okay? Because I find it hilarious that she can come out and say this, while in the meantime, between time, I very remember when the right persecuted Ilhan Omar for what she said about the Benjamins, which was essentially, hey, money influences people. That's why we have lobbyists. And they completely spun that to mean, oh, this is an anti-Semitic trope and everything. Oh my gosh. We have to look at this from a political standpoint, a business standpoint. All of that takes into account the optics, because little Benny is in trouble, I would argue. That's just me personally. I would argue he's in trouble. He is between a rock and a hard place. His little agent, his little anti-black Sambo agent has gone rogue, okay? She's completely off script. So now the little Benny boy has to weigh his options, because you really have two options right here, right? You either do something or you don't do something. If he fires her, right, which would be the extreme option, I'm sure there's steps before that, but let's say he fires her. Now you look like a Zionist shill, which is what you're going to be called. You're going to be called that, okay? And your whole speech about freedom of speech and all that goes out the window. That goes out the window. However, if he keeps her, now he has to suffer her constantly rooting for Palestine, or at least at the bare minimum, right? If you don't want to say rooting for Palestine, at least being very critical and skeptical of Israel and its intentions. Oh, and Benny Boy can't stand that. And he's getting pressure from his fellow Jewish family, because you have to understand, he let it pass when it came to Ye. He let it pass. He didn't allow her to interview Ye, but he let that slide. This is delicious. And Candace has made the genius move of eliciting the fringe incels within the white community, right? Because you have to understand, there are a group of white people, predominantly white men, who want to blame everything on the Jewish population. All the problems that's going on in the country, it's Jewish people, right? Actual anti-Semitics. She has managed to elicit them to support her due to the defense of using them as a shield. Think about this. She has attacked Israel, but has shielded herself via white people. Now, that's all good and dandy when she's attacking black people, right? Because she can hide herself against her blackness. Well, I'm black. Even though she's not black American, she's Caribbean, but that's another story. So she can do that all day and be like, hey, I'm black and black people need this. So she can defend white people all day, every day. Now, the problem is that she's using white people as a shield while attacking Israel, Jewish people. So it is beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's honestly genius. However, you have to understand, Candace is done after this. It's a wrap. She's going to turn into the black Ann Coulter, okay, who is irrelevant, okay, politically irrelevant. Candace Owens is nothing, okay? Think about this. Think about what I'm saying. She's nothing. What is Blexit? Blexit was nothing. Nothing came of Blexit. She has no claim to fame. And the only claim to fame she has is due to Jewish money, Jewish and white conservative money. That's her only claim to fame. They created her. Do you understand? The whole bullcrap about the George Floyd documentary or BLM documentary, who do you think funded that? Okay? They have no problem funding anti-black hatred. They have no problem funding that. If you think they're going to continue to fund her while she attacks Israel, you're out of your mind. And if you think about that, what range does she have? She has no range, bruh. She's as dumb as rocks. I know. I've spoken to her. She's flaccid. Anyone who watched the Joe Rogan interview could see this. So where is she going to go? Now that you're being labeled as an anti-Semite, labeled as an anti-Semite within the Republican era, you have nowhere to go. You can't go to Fox, OAN, anywhere. She will be blacklisted. It'll be game over. All of her context connects. Game over, okay? Even going to, I guess, maybe PBD, that dude. I mean, maybe he'll offer her something, but you have to understand, this is business and political suicide. Because if you think any of these groups or any of these organizations are going to continue to do business with you upon you employing what they view as an anti-Semite, you're out of your mind. That's not going to happen, okay? It's not going to happen. Because even if they don't mind what she says, if they do business with anyone else who does, it's game over for them. So now you've just made yourself radioactive. She has no skills, right? She has no talents other than opening her mouth and spreading her legs. And to be respectful, that's the only skill she has. If you've been used as a tool to spread white inferiority, okay, and anti-black venom, and now you've been useful enough. That's it. Now, what is it? Neely Fuller says, I believe, they always break their tools. That's what it looks like it's happening. That's what it looks like the route we're going down. Because you're nothing special, boo. You're nothing special. We can employ a myriad of other black, self-hating black people to take your position. They thought they could get away with all this anti-black propaganda, and it wasn't eventually gonna turn to them. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not believe, you're an anti-Semite and you hate white people, okay? You're horrible. You're just disgusting, okay? What Candace Owens said is disgusting. She should be fired. Or if you believe, I don't know, what's the flip side of that? Candace is amazing. I love her. She's speaking truth to power. She's a strong, black, independent voice. Those are both clown takes. I think the other take is, she's Coondace Owens for a reason. And, now you're getting what you deserve. Okay, that's what you're getting. And that's the position I hold. Okay, that's the position I hold. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you're more than welcome to call in during disagreement days. We're typically held Friday through Sunday. There'll be a number on screen. Call in. We duke it out. Either or. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, comment. I expect to see a lot of fragility in the comments, mind you. I expect it. Don't disappoint me. Subscribe. Oh, that fun stuff. Till next time, guys, be amazing. Little Benny is in trouble.